Hi everyone, SueBryce.com is ready because you're here and this is my blog or vlog. I'm bringing back the vlog. Why? Well, Instagram is changed a lot, but mostly it's for entertainment and it's definitely for engagement, but it's not for selling and it's not really for that long form connection. The blog is whatever we want to record and whatever we want to give, and I've got lots to give. So welcome. If you're new, I'm Sue Bryce, and if you're returning and you haven't seen me for a while, hi, it's really good to see you. I'm really happy to be back. So just remember a little footnote about Instagram becoming TikTok, because that's kind of what it is now, is for photographers and designers and anybody with a really rich visual sort of brand. I want you to go back to Pinterest as well, because that's getting a lot of traction right now, and a lot of businesses that I coach are telling me that they're getting a lot of bookings from Pinterest. So we sold Sue Bryce Education on April 1st, no joke, 2021, and it was, yes, a complete life change for me. But we're still connected because George and Aaron still work for them and with them, and they've been building and rebuilding WPPI with them. And in the last 3 years, we've worked with them so closely that it kind of still feels like ours sometimes. But, this year I made 3 new classes that are going on SBE, the Portrait System Library. So even though it might feel like a vacuum to anybody out there that I've gone, I'm still connected to it and I'm still part of it every single day. But it was also a really good time for me to grow and heal and work out what I wanted to do next. I say heal. I've been through a bit of a back injury. I went through menopause during COVID, and no joke, sorry dudes, but if you know any women, love any women, live with any women, we're all going to go through it. And it really took me down. It would have taken me out of my business had I not kind of sold around that time. I definitely needed to replenish as a creative. I started to wilt every time I picked up my camera, so I knew that that was coming to a close. But I still create art with my camera. I'm just not taking clients, obviously, and I'm not teaching in photo, obviously, because I have lots of other things I want to do and connect to. So that's what I did. I took some downtime, and the first thing that I did was started writing workshops, because I can't help myself. Because, when I wrote Content Curator, I put the 8 products up there that you can create with your content. And I said, pick the one that calls to you to the most. And even after 15 years of teaching workshops, that one product calls to me above all others. So I have opened some live workshops are coming. We can't do live workshops in Arizona until at least late September, October, November, December, because it's just too hot. We have a 4,500 square foot studio here, and it gets too hot and it's too hard to cool it down. But once workshop season starts, it's going to kick off. So if you go to my menu to work with Sue, this is all the ways that you can work with me. And when you work with me, you can either do workshops in person, you can do workshops online, but go and have a look. I've also opened one-on-one mentoring, but I just want to make it clear that is a wait list, and it comes with an onboarding process, because I can only take 2 one-on-one mentoring clients a month, and I already have people asking me a lot, so I do have a wait list for that. My in-person workshops are going to start late September, but if you go and register for that list, then you're going to hear about them first and get a chance to book them first. All of my workshops sell out, and I'll only be doing 20 per in-person. I also have Personal Brand, the workshop, coming out next week. It's like a mini workshop. And then I have a live 2-day workshop on September 10th and the 11th. So definitely join that list. If you want to find out more about the personal branding workshop, you can pre-register for it. There's also a link for you to book me as a keynote speaker, because I am a keynote speaker for events and I love doing it. And also, photo events. We will be doing shootouts because I happen to own this incredible studio wardrobe. And so many of our students have asked if they can do shootouts. And Jerson is bugging me to recreate shootouts. So we're definitely going to kick those off, probably October. You can join that list. And finally, it says how to do a photo shoot with me. And even though there is no waiting list to do photo shoots with me, I have curated a list over the last 8 years of every accredited photographer that has earned their accreditation from associate to master photographer to fellow. And this is an international list of photographers, and every single accredited photographer exists on that list. And it's international, as I just said. So you can take this list. It doesn't matter. You can find a photographer in Paris. You can find a photographer in South Africa. You can find a photographer in Australia. And they are all incredible photographers. So I'm going to start promoting and sharing that incredible list because I curated that list for a reason. So welcome to my vlog. I'm going to do this every week. I'll always anchor it by putting a little taster on my Instagram, and I look forward to sharing a lot more with you. I do have one challenge, okay? One challenge before you do anything. If you're going to do coaching with me, I'm going to get you to write a 3x3. If you are going to do Content Curator the workshop or Personal Brand the workshop, the first thing I'm going to do is your 3x3. If you do the speaker workshop with me, it's the first thing I'm going to ask you to do when you get there in front of everybody when you walk up on that stage. What is a 3x3? Well, I always say, the most powerful energy that comes out of you is authenticity, and authenticity is the truth. So when you speak out your 3x3, you want to be speaking with the most amount of authenticity as you can. If you really want to connect to your brand and your business right now, I want you to stop and just go and do this 3x3 exercise, because it's the most amount of truth. It's your pitch, it's your introduction, it's who you are, what you do, and who you do it for. It's 3 paragraphs, and it sounds so easy, but for a personal brand, you need to lock this down, because this is your truth. And when I meet you in person, I'm going to ask you what your 3x3 is. And I not only want to feel authenticity, I want it to make you tremble a little bit. The first 10 times you'll write it, it will sound really generic and really lame. And this is the journey of finding yourself in your personal brand. That's why this workshop is called The Person in the Brand, because it's about you speaking your absolute truth. And when you lock in this 3x3, you're going to see how much certainty and conviction you have, how much clarity you have around who you are, what you do, who's it for, and why you do it, because it's all right there and it's got to come out of your mouth as truth. Enjoy this exercise. I'm going to bring you hard challenges every week because building a business is really hard. And some of the things that you are about to learn and confront in yourself are going to feel unbelievably challenging, difficult, like you can't do it. But once you master these simple steps in your business, you will never go back again. And the first one is the identity around who you are as a business person, because I teach the person in the brand. I am a personal brand. I'm self-employed. This is my coming up 25 years of being self-employed, and it is truly my superpower is to monetize creatives and help them find their self-value and their true path. So do this exercise first. Tell me how you get on in comments.